Resume! Now, we learned all about how the fucking people at the Dawn Throne are weird-ass motherfuckers. They may be Aura, Zayla Aura, who are born of Nama, but they're convinced that they're born of Azim of the Sun. And they've all got some soulmate out there, made out of Nama or something. I'm just gonna... Yep. I missed the front door. Basically, we're doing menial tasks so we can get the fuck back to where we're supposed to be. You shine with the light of a newfound wisdom. Could it be that you have at least last accepted the supremacy of the sun? No matter. You each have completed your tasks and proven yourselves deserving of mercy. However, if it is freedom you desire, then there is one more thing you must do. A pity you will not pledge yourselves to the sun. You might have proved yourself useful in the Nadam. Nevertheless, I will permit you to return and fight for the mole. Their cause is futile, with or without your assistance. However, you must first complete a final task, as was my decree. You will reconnoiter the encampment of the Dathal. For this task, 2 will go and 2 will remain. Should the 2 who embark upon the expedition choose to flee, or be captured or killed by the Dathal, then the others will be taken as slaves and serve the sun unto death. You better not fail then, eh? The question is, who should we send? That is not for you to decide. All of you have conquered Bardam's Metal and proven yourselves warriors of the steppe. You should all be equally capable of carrying out this task, and therefore you should have no objections. Brother Magni, a word. The Buddhaga require that a hostage be male, for if these ones fail, we cannot accept a woman as a slave. Therefore we choose the Firewalker, the one they call Hien. So be it. I shall choose second. I doubt either of you are the moon I seek, but stranger tales have been told, and men are of no use to me. I don't know what all this moon stuff is about, that he's going on about, but I don't like the sound of it, at all. No, of course not. The one I seek is of the dusk, a gentle ethereal maiden, a dancer in the morning mist. You are warriors of the steppe, fierce and brutal, conquerors of magic stone and steel. Ethereal you are not. You try ethereally chasing after lambs when your boots are full of lake water. Ha! How well your task befitted you both. But since I must choose, I choose you. You did well milking the sheep. They took a liking to you, I'm told. Gosetsu and Kinliana, then. I had hoped to see these undying ones for myself, but it seems it was not meant to be. The Tharl Ka lies far to the south, where the grass turns to sand. Return with valuable knowledge, and all will be free to rejoin the mole. Now go. Have no fear, my friend. We shall see them freed soon enough. Let us quit this place and speak of our plans outside. "'Tis plain they hope we will never return. I shall enjoy disappointing them. According to my map, there's a colossal wreck to the south, which should provide a vantage point from which to survey Dathal Ka from afar. Let us go and do just that." Over there, look, those men are in danger. Gah, too late for the one, perhaps, but there is yet time to save the other. Come, we cannot abandon him to his fate. I owe you my life. Nay, friend, think nothing of it, but I wish we had come sooner. I knew at once he was dead. It will come as scant comfort, I fear, but I slew the beast responsible. Nay, that is no way for a Dothal to die. What is this? Who are these outsiders? Sadu Hatun, forgive me. We were returning from our hunt when we were caught unawares by Manzasiri. These ones saved me, but Gazir is... Who are you? Why have you come? Not to cross the sands, that much is certain. I've heard tales of travelers in league with another tribe. Are you they? Who do you serve? Answer me. I may begin to answer your questions before you ask more. We are friends of the mole, and we are come to see the strength of the Dothal for ourselves. The mole? The little lambs who wander to and fro at behest of their gods? Ha! What fools you are to share the soil of such weaklings. Next you will tell me you wish to fight in the Nottam. Ah, so you do! That is unexpected, yet not unwelcome. I am Sadu, Hatun of the Dothal. For your deeds, I grant you leave to walk among us. Come, look on our glory and despair. We fear no tribe, least of all the mole. Though, if you were of the Oranir, I would burn the flesh from your bones here and now. You can stand, yes? See to the corpse. Yes, Hatun. So that is the leader of the Dothal. Clearly not a woman to be crossed. But how callously she spoke of her dead. See to the corpse. Surely this warrior deserves better than that. Forgive me, Kinliana, but I cannot in good consciousness ignore the callous disregard that woman showed for her kinsman. We must seek her out at once, with me.
How he died matters not. Gesser was a great warrior. He will return to us in time.
Not soon enough, Hatun. The Nardum is nearly upon us. Mayhap we should counsel restraint until after.
I do not understand. If Gesser is dead, how should he return?
Silence! You come to spy on us, knowing naught of our ways.
We know you are fearless, and that you are called the Undying Ones.
That is true. None are braver than the Dothal, for we do not fear death. With death, a warrior must dance boldly, fearlessly, for thus does his soul burn bright. Then, in death, his soul shines white, exalted. The flesh rots, but the soul endures. And ere the seasons have turned, so he shall return. When he is glimpsed in the eyes of a newborn, he is blessed with the same name, that he may grow into a great warrior once more.
You mean to tell me these newborn babes and fallen warriors are one and the same? Madness!
I gave you leave to observe, not to insult our beliefs. Have care what you say. Otherwise, do as you will.
Wondering if I accidentally turned down. Yeah, I guess this is maybe voice lines. No, this is like character voice, I think. Yeah. I was hoping that maybe it was like cutscene voices. Could make them a bit louder, but okay. Such contempt as was in their eyes I have never known. But for the soul to live on, as they say, is not something I can so easily accept. Do they truly believe this? All of them? That in death there can be rebirth? Retribution? In any event, we came here in search of information. We cannot leave without speaking with her people. I know you. Reunion, the travelers with the mole girl. I marked you after I left the Orinir. One's from Doma, others I could not place. My name is Coco. Welcome to the Dathal Ka. Coco sounds to your ear the name of a woman. Well, of course. That would be because it is. I died a woman, was reborn a man. It is of no moment. The soul is the soul, and the flesh the flesh. Perhaps you scoff. Many would. Many look only to the name and the flesh, and let these things dictate their perceptions. Consider Saduka Hatun. 3 times before she died a man, yet she returns a woman the 4th. Yet she is no less fierce, and any outsider foolish enough to think so will learn the truth at their peril. Cycle of death and rebirth? It is simply that. Take me. I died in battle with the Hotgo. Fiercely did I fight, and so I returned. Alas, we know not of our past lives. I must learn what it means to be Kuyar again and again. It is difficult to remember everything, but important. Impressive, is it not? 'Twas slain by my boy. We were childhood friends, he and I, before he fell and returned, a master of the bow. It is good to see that he retains his skill. Ah, Kinliana, you've completed your inquiries? Aye, it is as she said. They believe with every fiber of their being that their bravest warriors will be reborn. As for me, I observed some of their warriors at practice. They are as formidable as the Orinir, perhaps more, and their weapons are their equal as well. And while they do not lack for skill and resources, 'tis plain to see that their numbers are inferior. This has been an educational experience, to say the least, yet everything we have learned is common knowledge to the people of the steppe. It will not be enough to earn our comrades their freedom. Not less than the Dathal's plan for the Nodam will suffice, I fear. Well, I've never been one for skulking about. I will go to Sadu and see what secrets I can pry from her lips. Spies return, and they have learned naught. Mayhap so, but no longer. Though you hide it well, I know you have devised some manner of cunning stratagem for the Nodum. Out with it, I say! We are what you see, Doman. We are Dathal. Others rely on tricks and traps, subterfuge, lies. We have need of naught but our own strength. We meet the enemy in battle and kill him. That is why I cared not what you did from the first. There is naught for you to learn. Tell your masters to meet us on the field and make ready to ride with their ancestors. Your confidence is plain, as is your strength. Yet, you are not the most prosperous of tribes. The Mollyumok are few, but so too are you. Why? Though a glorious death is to be celebrated, it is yet death. While we kill many, many are killed in turn. In the wake of our battles, the soil drinks deep of the blood of the fallen, their bodies piled high. Not all are born again, only the bravest, yet one cannot return unless there is a vessel to inherit the soul, and if warriors die ere they birth children, then that is that. Even the brave warriors who finds a vessel will for many years remain a shadow of their former self. It falls to his elders to endure until he is ready to accept his responsibilities. Ever will we meet our enemies in battle without fear. Such is our way, even when our numbers dwindle. If we die, so be it. But know that we fight to live, not to die. Dathal train and make ready for the day, but they do not rush to meet it, not until we have done our duty. Tharu Hatun, Gesser's body has been given to the sands. Then our part is done. Rest, warrior. The Nodum draws near, and you will need your strength. If you intend to fight in the Nodum, you should return to the mole and make ready. But know that when next we meet, you and yours will die. Or you could fight for us and live. Think on it, travelers. We shall, but if you would permit me a final question ere we part, where is this place that Gesser has been lain to rest? Though I knew him not, I was there at his end. I wish to say a few words. Rites for the flesh. I have heard of this. Madness, I say, for his body is of the earth now. He will not hear you. But you may speak to the sands, if that is your will. They lie to the west. Make haste, for the Gedon may already have caught his scent. My apologies, Kitliana. This will take but a moment.
Left for the vultures. It seems an insult to the man. But the soul lives on, they say. These bodies, no more than empty husks, returning to the earth. Seen through those eyes, I suppose the sight is almost comforting. Pardon me? When first I heard the tales, I could not help but scoff. Another queer tribe, I thought, with still queerer customs. Yet having borne witness to their rites, I cannot deny there is a certain logic to it all. A samurai will die for his lord without hesitation or regret. But this is not because he delights in such sacrifice. It is because he has faith that his death will serve a higher purpose. There is an awakening in that instant, when the heart sings and the blood burns, and his soul finds peace. There is comfort in that. Nay, we dare not permit ourselves that luxury, my friend, tempting though it may be. Not while our loved ones yet remain in chains.
Well then, we must be on our way, even guesser. Let us return to the Dawn Throne and pray that our tale is enough to satisfy our most radiant taskmaster. Meanwhile, deep within the Dawn Throne, not quite the Fortress of Doom, the Fortress of Dummies.
Well, if there is a way out, I can't see it. Shame we didn't learn much before they locked us up.
'Tis little wonder the Orinir won the last Nardum. These people leave naught to chance.
Hien, I've had something on my mind for a while, and now... In Alamigo, where I was born, I found it strange that for all the people who supported the resistance, there were just as many who didn't. But then we came to this part of the world and met with the Confederacy and lots of ordinary domans, and almost every single one of them seemed content to just put up with things, no matter how bad they got. They all had their reasons, of course, and it's not like I don't understand them, but the thought of it made me so angry. After everything they'd been through, everything the Empire had done to them, how could they not rise up? How could they not fight back?
People are pragmatic creatures at heart. They hold on to hope only until they taste true hardship. Then comes fear and regret. Safer not to dream, they conclude at last. For even should a day go by without some new disappointment, the next will only bring more of the same. And so they choose the more sensible option. They learn to abide the indignities and injustices, the pain and the shame, to accept them as normal. Such is the lot of most men. One cannot expect to spur them to action at a moment's notice. But if one who has known their pain can convince them to strive for something greater and rekindle the fire in their hearts, then they will remember what they have lost, and they will rise.
I had someone like that once. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be, and he risked his life to show me the way.
then honor him by doing the same for others with all your might and main. You know, when my homeland fell 25 years past, I was still in my mother's womb. Never have I known a free Doma. But my father did, as did many of my fallen comrades, as do many of my people now. It may be no more than a dream to me, but if I do not chase it, then who will?
The way you carry it all, you're just the same.
As you?
Oh, no, not me. Definitely not me. I meant the warrior of light. Out there, somewhere. Doing what needs to be done. I won't have you put me to shame any longer. I'm going to seize the future I want, with my own two hands.
You tell him, Lise. Are you ready to depart, I trust? You are ready to depart, I trust, even. Good, then let us away. Nope, that's not the mount up button. Actually, no, what am I doing? Teleport! Big yawns. All that you have seen and heard, your knowledge, I would have it. Well, they're gonna hit you really hard. That's it. That's the joke. No secret stratagem, you say? That is well, I expected as much. The Delthal are not schemers. They live only for war, for the contest of strength and will. They are fierce, aye, and to face one is to court death. Meet us on the field and make ready to ride with your ancestors. Such were their words of their Hatun Sadu. Speak not that devil's name in the presence of the most radiant. You bade us to tell you of the Dothal, yet you will not hear the name of their leader. After the last Nodum, she gave great offense. The most radiant brother called to him the woman of the steppe, that he might look into their eyes to see if his Nama looked back. But that Geddon, that feral Udgan, she spat curses and called forth flames. She scorched the soil and refused to present herself. 3 days and nights we had fought to claim the Dawn Throne, and still she shows Brother Magni such disrespect, such defiance. By rights should she pay with her life. Speak not another word, Batu, or you will pay with yours. Her words are air, as the Domans say. However, they are proof of your service to the sun. Go and fetch the others from their cells. My lord, Lys, you are unharmed? Thanks to you and Kinliana, we are free to return to Mol Ilo, I take it. By your deeds have you proven yourselves to be warriors brave and true. You may return to the Mol and make ready for the Nodum, on one condition. To fight in the Nodum is to be bound by it. Swear here and now to abide by the law of the steppe, to accept the supreme authority of the Han, whomsoever it may be. We swear. Almost time for the Nottum. One of the funnest duties in this sex pack. Well done, my friends. I knew you would not fail. I should be glad to hear of your experiences with the Dothal, but as time is of the essence, let us converse en route. Come, come. Siren and the others are waiting. I think the gods you are all right. When you failed to return, I feared the worst. But here you are, hale and whole, and you survived Bottom's Medal. Blessed are we to have you as allies. With your strength, we may have a chance. My friends, we are come to the final day of the Sahan Sar, to the Nottum. The battle will commence with the rising of the sun. The Garl will scatter the soil, and the steppe will be unbound. A great Uvu will erupt from the earth and call for a new Han. All will converge upon the light, and the warrior who claims it will win the day. Precious little time remains. Pray use it to prepare for the battle. Many of the young ones have never taken part in a Nottum. They are nervous. Perhaps you might favor them with a few words. It would do much to ease their fears. At the behest of the Hatun, you speak with us, yes? You are kind to do so, and I am grateful. Do not underestimate the power of words. A warrior conquers one with his hands, but 1,000 with his head. Even you cannot fight forever. When we were young, my friends and I could scarcely wait to challenge Bottom's Medal. We longed to become warriors. The day came and went, but rarely we fought men. Mostly beasts, and now we must stand against the Ornir and the Dothal. You have seen them, taken the measure of them. Do you believe we can win? You can and will. Have faith. Yes, 'twas the gods' will that we fight. Surely it is their will that we win, of course. How strange this feeling, the thrill before battle, a battle in which I may die. We will fight, we will win, and we will return to Mol Ilo together. Yes, of course we will. I must have faith. I must have courage. I have not always understood the motives of the gods, but I have accepted their guidance ever since I was a child. If they would have us fight, I must believe they have their reasons. So I shall fight with all my might, and if it is the gods' will, then we shall win. Ah, it is you, the one who helped the children with their chores. For that I must thank you. Though mayhap I will repay the favor in battle. Yes, I too will fight in the Nottum, though you may not see me. While you and yours contest the Uvu, my comrades and I will devote our efforts to preventing other tribes from interfering. We are few, and we are weak, but we shall do what we can to aid you. Go well, traveler, and if it be the gods' will, let us speak again when the day is done. Already I sense a change in the people, their hearts soothed, their resolve strengthened. This we owe to you. We are of the soil, the wind and the water. We are not conquerors. But we are yet the children of Nama. We are yet Xalia. We were made for battle, to kill and be killed. We delight not in such things, but let no man doubt that they are in our nature. Flesh, blood, bone, that which was given, we offer unto the gods as tribute. This day we embrace death, ours and our enemies. So too must you embrace this truth, for this is who we are, who you are become as warriors of the steppe. May the gods guide you to victory. All that remains is to wait for daybreak. And then kill every last one of them! You all ready for battle, Kinliana? Fuck yeah, I am. To the Nodum.
I see you, soil bearers.
The soil has been scattered, and the steppe reborn! Sanctified and unbound, she calls for a new Han! Go forth and claim her, Dothal, and bring death to all who bar your way!
It begins, Grandmother.
Go forth. I'm going to say no words, but I'm going to point.
I must say, it's been a while. Is everyone
What do you mean it's been a while? You just fought in Bardam's Metal.
A samurai is always ready. You shall remember this soon enough once I have taken to the field.
So we take on all comers, and then it's off to Doma. I can't wait.
Thank you, my friends. Upon the soil of one and all shall our deeds be inscribed.
Triumph in the Nodum, you and your allies must race from Mol Ilo towards the Uvu in the distance, while fending off attacks from other tribes. Once you arrive at the Uvu, you must claim it for the Mole, but be warned that the warriors of other tribes can do so as well, and only the first will be crowned Han. Prevent your opponents from claiming the Uvu and endure their assault to win the Nodum for the Mole.
Grant us favor, O Mother of the Dusk, and to victory guide them all.
The Uvu lies to the south. We shall lead the way.
Forward! Forward!
Ovo, Uvu. Warriors of the Mole, you will go no further. That didn't take long. Weapons! We'll deal with this rebel, my lord. Make for the Uvu. Our thanks, Kosetsu. Forward, brothers and sisters.
Out of my way!
Kosetsu had the right idea. I'll keep them busy. The rest of you keep moving. Thank you, Lise. With me, Hien, Kinliana. There it is, the Uvu. We were not too late. Fighting is most fierce. No matter. Charge! Now, Kinliana, claim the Uvu! What folly is this? Who dares to challenge the sun? You came, as I knew you would, for you too are a warrior of the steppe. I salute you, traveler, and should be honored to face you alone, but the Dathal thirst for blood and will suffer no duels. Bear witness, Father Azim, the soil shall drink deep of blood this day. The most radiant brother has arrived. A pity.
Know your place.
Hearken to the chaos, brothers! In death do our souls sing!
Don't like the looks of those giant stone thingies. How dare you! Well done, well done! Victory is within our reach.
Bow down before me. The sun cannot be extinguished.
Leave this one to me! It is not enough! The steppe has spoken. Then the Harnies.
We have won. The Maul have won. The Dawn Throne is ours.
We did it. And you, my friend, you were magnificent. Magnificent and, not a little terrifying.
What a strange tale this has become. To think I suffered them to live.
On your guard, Otun. The wind warns of men in iron.
You chose the wrong day to do this, my friend.
I thought I'd find you here, Eorzean! Dearest of all my enemies. Today's the day I finally get to kill you. And then they'll give me a shiny medal and my choice of posting. Bloody perfect it is. Well, go on then. Kill her. Kill them all!
Dearest of all his enemies, eh? Congratulations. Hearken to me, honored warriors of the steppe. Our enemies intrude upon this sacred ground. Have you yet the strength to oppose them?
You forget to whom you speak, Doman. We are the Undying Ones. We are Dothal.
If this be the will of the mole and their Han, so be it. The sun shall abide by the law of the steppe.
Warriors of the Steppe, with me! Such fortuitous timing to have you face a Steppe united. Now this is more like it. All the Imperials I can punch.
Time to get serious.
That's the spirit. Let's not let her put us to shame. Never did the thought cross me, my lord.
This blow shall end you. Mark well and word.
For you, Father. Let us be about it.
Hold fast, warriors of the Steppe. We can defeat them.
Let naught be left in our wake.
I don't like the looks of them giant stone towers. Destroy them now. Oh, if I must. The sun claims these Iron Men. Aid the Hatun. She must finish her spell.
Kill or die.
Impossible! She was there for the taking! What do I have to do? I need more men, more weapons, more power! Ah!
As if we'd lose to the likes of him. And we're only gonna get stronger. Stronger and stronger until we're strong enough to take back everything they stole.
I have kept my promise, Serena. They are yours to command.
Oh, yes, of course.
Brothers and sisters of the steppe, the Nardum is ended, and we Mol now claim the Dawn Throne. No demands shall we make of you, save these. Heed our comrades' words, and honor the law of the steppe.
Before I fought for the Mol, I fought for my homeland, for Doma.
Smack my microphone.
To Doma, would you have us go to fight your war and win your freedom? Very well. The battlefield matters not, nor else the enemy. In battle do our souls burn bright. And better the Mole's law than that of the sun. Arrogant and foolhardy were their pronouncements. Already you and yours show better sense.
The sun shall answer your call, Doman. Wild as the wind the Atun and her brood may be, but they will deliver you naught. We will deliver you your kingdom.
Weak and few as we are, the Mol will fight for Doma too, if you will have us.
Well then, I believe naught remains but to return to Doma at the head of a Zayla army, my lord. I cannot wait to see the look on Yugiri's face.
Nor I. We shall depart as soon as our forces are assembled and rejoin our comrades. And then, my friends, we shall bring freedom to the people of Doma!
We did it. We got more friends. Your Imperial friend has truly impeccable timing. Had he come even a few moments earlier, he might have actually stood a chance. In any event, that is 2 battles won in a single day, which by my reckoning gives us twice the cause to celebrate. But first, I pray you grant me a moment to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, we are one step closer to freeing my homeland from the tyranny of the Empire. I am in your debt. Of course, if all goes to plan, this is like to be but the first of many such debts, yet I promise to endure my insolvency with a smile, out of gratitude to the Kami for seeing fit to send you hither. Ah, but it would be rude of me to monopolize their attention. Doubtless there are others who would speak with you. Let us go greet Temelun Khatun. Welcome, warriors of the steppe. It is an honor to receive you once more. We observed the battle from a distance and marked the moment of your triumph. In that instance, I wept tears of joy. Not only did you bring us victory in the Nodum, but you ensured that every one of my kinsmen returned with their lives. Some were more gravely wounded than others, but none were lost to us. You could not have asked for anything more. It's not too much trouble, too much of an imposition. Would you be willing to go and speak with them? A simple gesture for those with whom you shared the battlefield. Some part of me still struggles to believe it, but we won. We defeated the Orinir and the Dothal and won. When they appeared before us, I was filled with such fear as I've never known. But then I saw you charge with Siren and the others, and before I knew it, I was running and shouting. I will carry the memory of that moment with me always, as well as the moment when you became one with the Uvu and were declared Han. The victory pose you struck was a sight to behold. I say, would you be willing to show us again? Aye, that's the stuff of legends. That's the Han in all her splendor. Praise be to the Han and the gods for guiding her to us. Glory to the Han and her comrades, forever and ever. 100 years, the Han! Ah, Kinliana, I'm told you gave the young warriors a fine show. Grandmother and I have been discussing how we might best express our gratitude to you. Mere words do not seem sufficient. This is a morin kur, a traditional instrument of our people. The feats of our greatest heroes, like Bardam and Chaka, are preserved in song. Yours too will live on for years to come. Perhaps one day you might learn how to play it, but even if not, you may look on the morin kur and remember this time, this place, and we will when we hearken to the music. The risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It is time that we saw to them. You are right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, do not think yourselves so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Nodum, and you who saved my lord Hien from certain death? Doma is in your debt, and we will ever be a friend to them all. And we to you, Gosetsu. A thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Yansha with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dusk Throne would offer the most direct route. The Dothal sealed it with their magics during the Doman Rebellion, when more men of iron came from afar. If ever there was a time to open the pass, it is now. We should journey to Dothal Ka. But before that, might we visit the Dawn Throne? I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. You sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us so soon after we beat him. Nama made us for war, Lise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nodum, blood was shed, and lives were lost. Brown earth was stained crimson, and Zelia wept. But crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. Thus spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nodum is the Nodum, and what comes after is what comes after. If you say so. To the Dawn Throne first, then. Yes, and I shall accompany you. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. Humble as ever. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azim, and you are not. Your triumph in the Nodum does not raise you to such heights. Batu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the Nodum. His hurts are grave, and he requires rest, but he will walk again in time. Though it is no business of yours, such pity does not become a Han. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nodum will come again, and with it our rule. I say again, why have you come? To bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to the Mole? Nay, the Mole are beholden to the will of the gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Orinir and the Budiga may remain. We are for Yongsha, and wish to speak of your part in the coming war. Ah, the Domans and the Ironmen. I remember our pact. Sound the call, and the Orinir will answer. Well, glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but will send for you soon. The gods are kind. I am sure the Orinir will prove a great boon in the days to come. The dusk, a maiden gentle and ethereal, a dancer in the morning mist, and a warrior besides. Look into my eyes, child. See you, Azim? Are you my Nama? I know not what you speak, Brother Magni, but I am certain you are mistaken. Quite. Shut down! You should be going, right? Right now. Oh, Magni, one of many utter slapdowns to come. Now to speak with Sadu Hatun. The Han and her warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, bound for Youngsha, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nodum? Many were wounded, some few to the death. Resplendent were their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. And mayhap one went before them who went before them also. Guess our seed is quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who waits behind its eyes. Already we must look to the next Nodum. We must grow strong of body and mind. And your war will help us do so. Say the word and we will fly to the field. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Dathal. There's one more thing we would ask of you. The magics you used to seal the passage to the south. Will you unmake them? If that be your wish. When next we come together, it will be a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight with the same fervor you demonstrated during the Nodum. Ha! And you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. Aught less would be a disappointment. Ladu Hatun has done her part. This passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways until the day you call us to battle. Won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Cyrena, and tell your grandmother and the others how much we appreciated everything they did for us. I will. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have another gift for you. Oh, it's a red, wait, is this a banner of the Mole Tribe? It's not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wish to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma, or your homeland, Lys, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The Mole place their faith in the gods, and in turn they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same favor. As it was in the Nodum, blood will be shed, your lands engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. Yet, as it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. May you ever walk in crimson, for in crimson there is life, there is liberation. Thank you for your prayers, Cyrena. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. Right then, to the House of the Fierce, with me, my friends. Oh, cat, I know you would like to snuggle, and you are welcome to do so, but I need access to both of my hands. I've not used this road before, but... I recognize this place. The House of the Fierce should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. Here we are. I wonder if they are all gathered inside, waiting, perhaps expecting a speech of some such. Well, no matter. I shall have to do what I shall have to do.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord Hien. Gossetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alphino and Alize Levieux, I presume. I am told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Hien. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. you have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Hien. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
What? Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
Then victory will soon be ours.
The Han has spoken, and I, for one, am not inclined to argue. In this place, in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, Kiliana. Ah, yes, there's another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alize and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the Aetheryte here to its former glory, and I am pleased to inform you that we have succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima, like you at least. I imagine you're eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support, and cut off one means of escape. Alize and I, together with the Shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies. The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphinaud's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
There is no shortage of tasks which must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand? That said, I've only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alphino to find out how you might be of service. Trying to keep busy. Full glad am I to hear it. There's one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alize and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack the confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I've been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kagane and bring them back here. In the meantime, we can continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, Kinliana, and thank you again. Kinliana, what are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim Steppe. Oh, you beat them? Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphino has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Han. Yeah. You hear where the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, and it'll be right out. It arrived not long ago. Porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon in Omega demanded his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphino to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekisagumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. What? Impossible! The porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us! I saw the writing with my own eyes! Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, he was tasked with a number of deliveries. I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster! We need to find that porter right this instant! Why, she can move quickly when she has the mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They, too, must be redirected to their rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kagane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors, as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take your parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself? I will wait here, on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. Alright. I don't care that my controller battery level's low. Keep changing it. I don't think it's this one. Oh dear, I misplaced some important documents, and if I do not find them quickly, there will be dire repercussions. Yeah, I don't think it's this guy. I'm pretty sure this is multiple. No, there's nothing so scandalous and base. My lord is a man with the singular dietary restrictions, which I have detailed in my notebook. I cannot purchase produce without it. Yeah, it's one of these back alleys. This one. Is it you? You back alley? Yeah, overworked porter. I think it's you. Morning to you, miss, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to Bakairo, or was it the holstery? Ugh, no time! I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby's Bazaar not long ago. What of it? A mistake? For the Seki Segumi, you say? Ah, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I will take the other in exchange. I'm sorry I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes it's a mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Oh, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it! These are documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alfina requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Kiliana back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alfino's face when he read the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Kiliana, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If you hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments we provide. We provide, discreetly, and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Ah, indeed he was. Indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alfino and Alize my regards, will you? Oh, it seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good. That is one less thing to worry about. One of those few quests that's like, time does pass. You may teleport back and forth in an instant, but, you know, supposedly that just took you a week. Should you wish for further employment, mayhap you could speak with Alize. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Alfino told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me? Well, far be it from me to refuse you. Truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. All quiet, for now. Follow me to the next location. It's a nice looking dog. I forgot. I don't think that's the first time I'm seeing the Seria dog. Good bork bork. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters, then. Good. The last thing we need is a repeat of Rogger's Reach. Even so, it would be prudent to search a little longer. Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. I just can't leave a carcass lying in the middle of the road. I'm stronger. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to a Memakote I met in my travels. He was a master of these techniques and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I could never warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. Ryanje's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try and recoup some lost time. I've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons, to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Oh, hello there, young lady. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eye. You doubt my words? You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here? Ugh, how vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well, she desires the truth and she shall have it. Deal with her. I saw them attack you while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume? I knew it would come to this, but at the hands of a Westerner, Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. God damn it! Ileana! As I got a headache, he goes for a punch in the mouth. Rest assured, the Nayuri will receive due compensation. Young Asahi has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less the people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Oh, of course! Have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I only want the best Imperial education for our boy. Finish planting the rice, Mother. Not while the officer's here, Yatsuyu! Inside, now! Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's, not mine, call me rest her soul. Ugh, she's utterly hopeless, but one cannot choose one's family. Indeed. She is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? We have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, of course not. But she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though, a thought occurs to me. Mayhap we can come to an understanding. was a near thing. What happened? We were talking and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. One of those soldiers hit you on the head or something. Well, if you say so. We should go and tell the others what happened here. Guys, you know about the Echo. You're not stupid. You literally know about the Echo. And yet I'm always asked, oh, what happened? Why are you suddenly spaced out like that? So weird. Gotta be more careful. Bitch. I didn't want to have a fever dream. It just happened. Fucking Heidelin was like, see that bitch? You're gonna see that bitch's past. Get over it. But yeah, Yatsuyu. We saw a little tidbit of that man knew Yatsuyu as a child. Yatsuyu was clearly unloved, and that's probably why she now steps on people. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did, and for that I'm grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we disposed of the bodies, it is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. I'd tell you to rest and leave the rest of the others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature, Lise returned but a moment ago and looked a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in Namai. You may as well go ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. Barely got enough armor as it is, huh? Oh, you're here to help? That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. You remember how we're supposed to stir up a trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doman Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go tell Issei. Why don't you come too? Oh, you're here too? I heard about those soldiers you and Alize encountered. I'm glad you're alright. Right then. Issei, we've gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge, but still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thanks, Chigusa. Ryosen could use a hand if there's nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. We made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yugiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl, of course you can! Hurry, you never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Issei, though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there's no substitute for proper protection. Not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Doman Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. I suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have any armor in the village? Or someone with some skill to fashion armor? There's one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He is experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him to, though, but maybe you two could come with me. His name is Tsurunuki, and he lives in Kasakari, to the south. Come with me. Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who sing of rebellion, of liberation? Surely they would not think to trouble a man with such foolish dreams. Oh, go and say what you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. Say again? You'd have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry. The better to shield them from blade and bullet. Only we're so simple, Master Tsurunuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magitech, great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me steel and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can sell. At least we get to blow things up. Eh? Eh? You have the many plates of steel I demanded. Show me! And you're committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead and so are her people. Lord Kaya and Lord Hian, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. It's Lord Kyan who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet, restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter. He would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of better freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. 10 years of preparation, of machinations. So careful we would be, and yet... Doma burned for our foolishness. Not for that of Lord Kyan. Monzen, the Enclave, they were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all! You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Kyan, too, lives on in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hian has returned. Lord Hian? Alive? It cannot be! You lie! You lie! It's the truth. Hian came back to Doma to help fight for her freedom. Could it be? And Lord Hian yet lives? Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly, yes? Yes! I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10? 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Issei will stay and help Tsurunuki finish the armor, so you've no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you can find. Alright, good. I just realized it's Sunday, which means I need to cap by Monday. But I should be able to do expert, and then whatever remnants of roulettes need to be done after that. Nope, House of the Fierce. Why am I not teleporting? I do enough random roulettes throughout the week that I don't have to worry about jamming it all into Monday. Everything is in order, miss. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help? Oh, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and every place is in... Everything's fine. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Xalia allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector? Ha! To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I'd hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Then let us depart for Monzen at once. Nope, it is not this ceiling. I am crashing an elephant into the ceiling for no reason. Monzen was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai once. Great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as testament to what was and what will never be again. Come, I would take a closer look. No sentries, at least the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life, a river of people with a current all its own. But even then the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly, but we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings. But they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood in the west here, where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down the street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. Alas, I found not a value. Did you? still sheathed in its scabbard, though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. Never even had a chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. Let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across the Fluminus. Now, her every count and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may or only have visited him there half a dozen occasions, if that. Cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seems so much smaller from there. You could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, unto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples and our nations. I think a part of me understood that, when I looked out from the keep, Ian, son of Kyan, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with an ever finer view, but in the end... In the end... Kami, strike me down. How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have a plan. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent it cannot be improved, and I know how. On second thought, Kinliana, I ask you to return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alfino to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Kojin emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. Lord Hien wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well, if he insists, I shall summon the others at once. As for the Kojin, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives, coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father, and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised stratagem and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
No plan is perfect, and there is ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you are unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gates. Not I. My place is at Lord Hien's side. There's nothing else, I'll head back to Namai. Tsurunuki is working hard, and Issei is doing what he can to help, but maybe there's more that I can do too. It's like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. The plan is set, and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount, for tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend. Sorbonne informs me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it's only prudent that you refrain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it from me to refuse. We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won, and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Alphino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
They so cute.
another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know her thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors, called for me, of all people, for my unborn child. He said, "For my dearest Shun, live." My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, Yugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
There she is. I trust you are none the worse for wear after last night. We received confirmation from the Kojin not long ago. Their sappers stand at the ready and await our signal. Let's not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alfino, instruct Lise and the others to move into position and launch their attack. Scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly, lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I will relay your orders to her and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monzen. Good luck, my friends, and I will see you both again soon. figure we play through the Doma Castle. I mean, the next dungeon, that we totally don't know what it is. And then the subsequent cutscenes, and that will be a pretty good place to cut off this part. Because I got work in the morning, and I'm sad about it. Ooh, hello there, B rank. I'll gladly end your career real quick. All in the name of achievements. Sorry about that, guys. I know we're in the middle of something really important right now, but you know that Namazu just had to die. He was looking at me funny.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. Are you ready?
Yes. Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted...
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack! Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter! We need reinforcements!
This is Lee's. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
The squad!
War. To wield power, to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling. A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Preening, Oreneer. You fear that you will put the sun in shade. Those are for you. Go, claim your prey. Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind! Make an offering of their steel to Father Azim!
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
My lord, the barrier!
That it should fall so soon! Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
The wall is breached. The Kojin 2 will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle. With me!
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. You would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings of a fool. Speaking of which, how fares my brood?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owleth. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use. Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash. The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
If we fail, Xenos is gonna kill us.
Again they come to make you kneel, to make you grovel and suffer. But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
Oh no, the hateable villain has a clearly tragic backstory. I love Yatsuyu. She's a terrible person and I love her. I think I sympathize with the villains more in this expansion, to be honest. I fucking love Fordola too. Aye, there can be no doubt the Viceroy is trapped, and so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock, and do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Kinliana. Ah yes, my fellow adventurers. Me, myself, and myself. I don't think there's any reason I would have to do this with real people. I do not believe. Greetings and well met, my friends. Climb aboard, climb aboard. There's room enough for you all. In Liana, that we might improve our odds of success, we will divide into 2 parties upon arrival. One comprising you and your adventurer comrades, the other, Gosetsu, Yugiri, and myself. Each will enter the keep via a separate route, dispatching any Imperial forces that attempt to bar their path. Even should one meet with misfortune, the other will reach Yotsuyu. Agreed? Let us be about it. For Doma! Suddenly it's daytime. Wild. Well, this is a dungeon I've run many times. Just leveling stuff in general. Eorzean, Eorzean, come out and play. Dearest of all my enemies, I have new toys to show you. They may have broken my friend a little bit. They attached chainsaws to his arms. Yeah, guys, you don't wanna deal with this one. I'll deal with this one. You just keep on. Yep, just walk past the chainsaw man. I am his dearest friend, after all. We go together to...
Have you aught to say for yourself? For what you have done to our people? Your people?
My people, he says. The precious lordling beloved by all, come to confront the wicked witch. My parents taught me no better. They woke me from dawn to dusk like an ox or an ass or some other beast of burden. Until, that is, my brother spied a chance to transform the family fortunes. And so I was married to a vicious old drunk, who beat me as he pleased. And when I pleaded for help, I was told to grin and bear it. For the family, for him, for everyone's sake. They pretended not to notice, but they knew. They knew! What did it matter? I was nothing to them. Less than nothing. I wasn't of their flesh. I wasn't a fellow Domon. I wasn't even a person. I might just as well have been dead. And then my husband passed away one day. And so I was sold off yet again to pay his debts. But this time, I found a way to live for myself. To survive. As a spy for the Empire. Oh, those were the days when the scales first fell from my eyes. No longer would I be a slave to my parents or my husband or the pleasure house. I would be free and receive due compensation. That would be enough, I thought. Until I saw a doorman in the road, beaten and broken. And my heart skipped a beat. Lying at my feet, groaning in agony, sobbing in despair. Powerless, helpless, hopeless. A vision forever seared into my soul. Oh! There was nothing I would not do to feel that joy again. To bend this cruel, twisted world to my whims. Now, having borne witness to my life's work, have you aught to say to me? "'Twas kind of you to lend me your ear, my lord. But now it is time for us to conclude our little tete-a-tete with a final game of chance. Who shall stand, and who shall fall? Let the die be cast."
This was her plan from the first, to bring the keep down on our heads.
I will remember your words. We must flee. Order our forces to withdraw.
Go, my lord! While you still can! I cannot hold this forever!
No! We will not leave you behind!
Do your duty! Deliver Lord Hien and the others to safety! Now! Forthwith! I shall manage on my own!
No one leaves. Not you or anyone else.
"'Tis naught this old frame cannot bear. Go now, all of you! The day is won, and the morrow beckons.
This isn't over.
Do not despair, my friend. Never before have I felt so alive. My eyes unclouded, my purpose clear. This is right.
Gosetsu. You never failed us. Not once. You served my father faithfully, and I am a better man for your guidance. And the Doma we build together shall be better for it too. Be proud, my friend. Be proud.
I am, Shun. More than you know.
Hien! Hien!
pass the die. Gambling was never my vice.
Yosetsu, gone.
How merciful the gods that I should find you in time. Kasetsu? We must turn back now before it is too late.
Eyes forward, Cyrano. That was his wish.
I will deliver you to safety. The others are waiting.
I see. Thank you. The occupation is ended then. The people must be informed of our victory. But I will not simply give up Kosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river, and could easily drag you to the depths. I can navigate the waters easily without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he is right. Ileana, a word if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep. He needs us now more than ever. My friends, I am returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And, did you find him? Nay, lady, naught remained at the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above, the manner of its collapse was most unusual. If the floor beneath him gave way before the rest, it is not impossible that he could have been sent tumbling into the river. But the water is thick with slittins of debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I am sorry. There is naught for which you should apologize. Thank you, Sorbonne, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle is in ruins, and the people are eager to learn the fate of their nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is won, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can't get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others of the House of the Fierce to gather there. Magnai and Sadu know naught of what happened in the castle. I will go and tell them. They fought valiantly and with honor, Cyrano. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend, were instrumental in this triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. You all look like shite. The captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? Let's go. On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. That's cause enough for celebration, and those people you're about to see need something to celebrate.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught. Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him!
He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
You're their lord, remember? Stand tall.
Forgive me. This is rather more daunting than I had anticipated. But you are right. I must be strong. Wish me luck. We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. A people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Lord Hien!
Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas, and onward and to the next battlefield.
Are you quite certain that you would not prefer to stay a while longer? There are sure to be festivities, at which you would be the guest of honor, like as not. Very well. There are other ways in which we might celebrate, by rejoining the fight for freedom in Girabanya, for one. Short though our time here has been, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. But we have not done that which we came here to. But we have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize this opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials a moment's respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Did I hear you right? You are leaving? I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here has ended, and there is no cause to remain. The Orinir and Dothal have already withdrawn. I will follow them both anon, but I wish to bid you farewell first. The Blue, too, must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. And just like that, our grand fellowship is broken. Without ceremony or pomp, you steal off into the dark. No matter, we have plenty to be getting on with, places to go, people to rob, and so on. And the captain never was one for mingling. I am a pirate. Give me a song and a tavern, and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Hien? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you are for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Our waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Cyrena, for everything. May the Kami speed you on your way. Until we meet again. Naught remains undone. You are ready to depart. We're ready. To Kugane, then. Have everything? Good. We'll need to weigh anchor before the Seki Segumi arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Old Dawn. And that is, I think, where we will leave it off. There's a little bit of extra dialogue before we go across the sea, but Kugane saved. Gosetsu dead. Now onwards, back to Girabanya we go. Next time. Raid is tomorrow at 6:30. So there's maybe a chance of a stream before, maybe not. I don't know if it'll be this or Pokemon. We'll see. That's that from me. If anyone's lurking, appreciate you, and have a good night.